place you start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Right around the 17-yard line. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since '08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Now, 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. Six-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Lining up for the point after.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
10-10 at their own 16-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. 50-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Short on the stop.
Tackle made by K1 Short. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
It's caught. Jones. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one. Up 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4. Let's go, let's go, let's go! The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 79 here for 6 points. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Fighting through it, he's got space. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 59 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
For the point after.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Deion Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And there 32-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. You call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and...
On second down, McCaffrey.
32-yard line.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. On 4th. Better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in the deeper.
The big fella, the 40. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. A slant to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Eli Apple. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they can...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 36.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio. And he's serving. And this is caught inside the 5. To the 2. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Youngmall lining up for the point after.
Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. And this carries into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a... Loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football line. That is now 5.